What if the world we know today was built on a lie? What if one single decision in 1940 changed everything? Picture this. It's May 1940. France has fallen. The British Army is trapped at Dunkirk. Bombs are raining down on London. The future looks bleak. In our timeline, a defiant Winston Churchill famously declared, "We shall never surrender." But what if he hadn't? What if, facing overwhelming pressure, Britain had raised the white flag? Let's dive into this chilling, alternate reality. If Britain had surrendered, the first and most immediate consequence would be the end of the war in Europe. Hitler would have achieved his primary goal, continental dominance. With no British opposition, Germany would have had free reign. A puppet government, likely led by British fascists like Oswald Mosley, would have been installed in London. The Royal Navy, the pride of Britain, would have either been scuttled, surrendered to the Germans, or forced to join the Axis fleet, completely upending the balance of naval power worldwide. This would have been catastrophic for the rest of the world. Without Britain as a base of operations, an unsinkable aircraft carrier off the coast of Europe, the United States would have had no staging ground for a future invasion. The D-Day we know simply couldn't have happened. The war would have become a stalemate, with a Nazi-dominated Europe on one side of the Atlantic and a nervous, isolated America on the other. What about the Eastern Front? Without the threat of a two-front war, Hitler could have thrown the full, undivided might of the Wehrmacht against the Soviet Union. The pressure of British bombing raids, the Lend-Lease, aid flowing through the Arctic convoys, and the diversion of German troops to North Africa and Western Europe would all disappear. It's highly probable that under this immense, concentrated assault, the Soviet Union would have collapsed, Moscow would have fallen, and the vast resources of Rush oil, grain, and manpower would have been at Hitler's command. The world map would be unrecognizable. A triumphant Nazi Germany would control a vast empire stretching from the Atlantic to the Ural Mountains. Japan, its Axis partner, seeing no significant opposition in Asia with Britain out of the picture, would have likely accelerated its conquest of the Pacific, potentially even striking harder against American interests. The United States would find itself facing two powerful, hostile empires on either side of the globe. In this dark new world, the technological advancements born from the pressures of war might have taken a different, more sinister path. German scientists, with unlimited resources and no moral checks, could have developed nuclear weapons first. Imagine a world where the atomic bomb was in the hands of the Third Reich. The very thought is terrifying. The Holocaust would have continued unchecked, its horrors expanding across the conquered territories with horrifying efficiency. The ideals of democracy, freedom, and human rights would have been extinguished in Europe. Generations would grow up under the jackboot of totalitarian rule. The British Empire would have been dismantled, and its colonies handed over to Germany and its allies. The world would be a darker, more brutal place, shaped by the ideologies of racial supremacy and conquest. So, when we look back at 1940, at that desperate, defiant stand, we realize it wasn't just Britain's finest hour. It was a turning point for all of humanity. That decision to fight on, against all odds, preserved the hope of a free world. It's a powerful reminder of how history can pivot on a single moment of courage. What do you think would have happened? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into alternate history, be sure to subscribe for more.